What's up, everybody? It's your boy G Money back at it again with another video on the G35. So like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe right down below this video. And like always, if you enjoyed the content, please put that thumbs up. And like always, if you didn't like what you saw, then go ahead and put that thumbs down. But hopefully you do like the video. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any video that I put on the channel. And like always, make sure you share the video. But if you do all those things, I'd greatly appreciate it. And you'll be part of the G35 fam. So that being said, let's get this video started. So, what's up to all my new subscribers? Thank y'all for subscribing. My name is Giovanni, the G35 fan. To all the old subscribers, welcome back, guys. So, if you saw the title, yes, I have another issue with the G35. And pretty much the issue, what I found out, is it's the camshaft position sensor, bank number 1. So if you don't really know too much about the sensors, there's 3 sensors. There's a crankshaft sensor that's right below, under the car, but like right where your, I want to say just right after your converters, your Cadillac converters are at. Then you have the sensor number 2, which is right here by the throttle body. And then you have the position sensor number 1, which is by the battery. So I was having an issue because right now I don't have any gauges that are saying, a check engine, no codes or anything. But if I turn the car off and I turn it back on, then my VDC light, my VDC off light and my slip light, they both come on at the same time. So I was puzzled for a little bit because usually when those two come on at the same time, it's either something to do with the brakes, like you need more brake fluid and you're low, but my brake fluid is, right where it needs to be. So it wasn't that. And like I said, my check engine light wasn't on. Even though those 2 lights came on, my check engine light wouldn't come on. So that left me to think maybe, just maybe, it might be the starter, because I already replaced the battery and I replaced the alternator. But then if it was the starter, your engine wouldn't crank, the engine wouldn't turn over. So my car does that, but it's very hesitant to start. It'll still start, but it takes time. Another thing is the loss of power. So when I'm driving the other day, just getting off the access road, pulling up to a light, the stoplight, my car just shut off, like just completely shut off. I was still in drive, everything shut off. So I had to pull over and I messed with the terminals on the battery and the vehicle started. So then that left me to think maybe it might be a sensor. I still took it to O'Reilly's to get checked because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't my starter. And sure enough, they said the battery was good, the alternator was good, the starter was good. So I had them check the check engine light that wasn't on, but check the engine. And sure enough, they told me that it was one of the sensors. So they said that it was a sensor A, which is the first sensor, the one that's by the battery. So I get the part right, and thank God for Google and all that, because so pretty much the part they gave me, it was for a 2007. The one that I had was what my car is a 2006. So they didn't match. The difference between the 07 and 06 is where you put your screw to secure your sensor. It was on the opposite side. Not only that, but it was a straight. The one for the 06, it's kind of like a 45. So I already had taken it off. So thankfully my fiance was able to take me back to O'Reilly's, and they ended up saying that they're gonna have to order the right part. So I said, I don't have time. So I went to AutoZone. They had the part. So I got the part, I put it on, and it's still the same. It's still doing the same thing. Well, today I was able to take my car to work. I'm getting off of work right now. I'm heading to AutoZone right now. But I took my car to work, right? So I was reading about it, and sure enough, I was thinking about it, and they said that it was the bank A, which is sensor number 1. Now, the one that they gave me was sensor number 2, which is the one by the throttle body. So I'm hoping that it's this sensor. Right now I'm going to get it checked at AutoZone, even though none of the gauges are on. I'm going to get it checked, make sure it's sensor A, because right now I have it on hold. And if it is, then O'Reilly's just messed up and gave me the wrong part, even though they told me it was that it was sensor A, but not really thinking, just trying to get my car working. I got the one for sensor B. They gave me the one for sensor B, or the sensor number 2. So right now I'm gonna go get that. Hopefully that's what it is, and hopefully I can get this car running, and I'll show you what's going on. So right now, as you see, there's no gauges, but when I pull up to AutoZone right now, I'm gonna turn the car off and I'm gonna restart it, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. And then you're gonna have the VDC off and the slip button on. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull up to AutoZone right now, and I'll show you. Okay, so I'm here at AutoZone, right? I got my part, but check this out. Right when I pulled up, the car just shut off, so I had to manually, physically come up the driveway. But check this out. This is what's going on. You see how it took forever to start? And now look at it. Now I have those two on. So while I was here, I had them check the check engine light just to verify that it was that code. And it is the camshaft position sensor number 1. So that's what this is right here. So I'm gonna go home and we're gonna install it, and hopefully we can fix this issue. All right, so I'm gonna turn the car on real quick. That way you can see how it hesitates to, you know, start. Alright, so I have my battery disconnected on the negative, and I have my engine cooled down a little bit. The reason why I said to cool down the engine, well, because I'm not wearing gloves, but to get access to this bolt right here, you're kind of near the engine manifold, so I don't want you to burn yourself. So pretty much you're going to use a 10mm open-ended socket. That way you can get access to this bolt right here, and you'll be able to twist it. So since this is a tight spot, you have to come, if you don't have the right socket, you're gonna come back here. And like I said, you're gonna be right by the engine manifold, so that's why you want it to cool down. But you just loosen up that bolt. Once you loosen that up, this whole harness will pop out, and then that's where your sensor is, and then I'll show you how to take it off. Alright, so as you can see, I have the sensor out. Not gonna lie, it was, you know, a tight spot, but I'm able to get it out. Now all you gotta do is, you see this little tab right here? Probably I'm gonna have to take off my glove, but you just push that little tab in right there, push it down, and it'll release the sensor. So I'm gonna push it down. Okay, and there you go, popped it out. And now I can put the new sensor in, and hopefully this fixes the issue. So I'm gonna put the new sensor in, and we'll go from there. Alright, I got the new sensor. I'm gonna put it in the same way that I took it out, with the little tab on this side. That way, that would have sucked, right? That way this little hole right here matches up with the other hole, and I could put the bolt in and it'll tighten, and everything should be good. And then I'll put the battery, I'll let it sit, and we'll see. Hopefully I clear all those codes, so I'm gonna do that right now. All right, so I got it installed, tightened up the bolt, and I put the negative terminal back on the battery, and now I'm gonna test it out and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, let's see. All right, started right up. There's no VDC on. And like I showed you earlier, it took a while to start. So let's see what it sounds like from the outside. All right, let me restart it. All right, so I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. Hopefully that fixes the issue. I mean, I did have the battery off, so hopefully me having the battery off, it doesn't just, you know, clear the code for a little bit and then everything pops back up. But I tightened everything, and let's see what happens. Alright, so far everything's good. Let me punch on it. The other day when I was test driving it and I came over here to this Valero right here, the gas station, that's when it died out. So right now it's still going good. So I'm gonna pull up to this gas station and I'm gonna turn it off and we'll see what happens. All right, here at Valero, put the car in park, turn it off. Let's see if it turns straight back on. No lights. All right, so pretty much I believe I fixed the issue. Like I said, there was no check engine light to start off, so I had to just go off, you know, looking up on Google what are the symptoms, and you know, when I went to AutoZone and all that and it matched with the code, then, you know, that's when I knew it was the sensor for the A part. But now I have both of them replaced, so if anything else goes out, it might just be the crankshaft sensor. But yeah, that pretty much concludes this video. I wanted to show you kind of how to do it, and also show you what I experienced, and by looking at my gauges, I mean, if you had that same experience, or if you have something like that, you might want to check your sensor if, you know, you don't have a check engine light on. That's the only reason why I was curious, and I thought I'd just do this video. But we changed it out, and hopefully she runs good. I do have another video coming up. I really wanted to do that video, but this came up, so I'll probably do that another time. And if you want to see what that part that I'm going to install for the exterior of the G35, then, you know, what you got to do, you got to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on that video. And like always, if you enjoyed the content, if you fell asleep or this video was useless, then, you know, put that thumbs down. But hopefully y'all did like the video. And yeah, like always, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.